Yo, what's good? It is with a podcast family. This is your boy Micah in the building once again. We got a brand new episode coming to y'all tonight, man. Don't worry. We were supposed to do this episode early in the week, but a lot of stuff happened, so we're gonna do it tonight, man. I got my brother in the building with me. Y'all see him. Y'all know the names. Mike, my brother Corey. What's good, bro?
What's good, fam? What's good?
You know what it is, man. We got a lot to talk about. We got a lot to talk about. It's been a crazy week. Let's start with that. It's been a real crazy week. We're gonna start on the big stage. Of course, we gotta start there. Um, reason we didn't record on Monday night because they had a basketball game on Monday night. Um, Florida pulled it out, won the whole tournament. 65-63 over Houston. Um, before we get into the game, tell me your thoughts about how the tournament went. Um, and give me was that your favorite game of the tournament?
Well, first, my overall thoughts on the tournament. This was probably the best tournament that I've seen in a while. Um, First time since '08, all number one season, been in the Final Four. It was a hell of a Final Four. I feel like all four teams could have won the championship. Um, I liked it. I really enjoyed it. Coming from somebody who I grew up watching college basketball, I haven't really watched or paid attention to it this past season, like regular season wise, or the last 2 years. I haven't really been locked in on it as much as I used to be, like in the 2000s and 2010s, but I will say that this was probably the most I've been in tune as far as like NCAA tournament wise, um, in a long time. My favorite game of the tournament, man, was that my favorite game? I probably would say it was one. It was one of the best. It was one of the five best games of the tournament. Um, you know what? I'll put it top three. I still think, bro, like that Arkansas Kansas game. That game was fire, bro. Um, the Texas Tech and Arkansas game, that was fire. I can go on and on about other games, but but this national championship game was like very. It was very interesting, and it was very interesting, and I enjoyed it. It was one of my favorite national championship games in recent memory, um, because just like I always knew it was going to be close between the two. I mean, the line was like 1.5, so that goes to show you how they thought like it was going to be, but it was a hell of a game, man, and I can't stress it enough how I enjoyed watching that game. Um, Man, I'm just thinking about it, bro. Like as many times as Florida was down, like the whole NCAA tournament, like just watching them, like you never truly felt like they were going to lose. Even like specifically talking about the national championship, I never felt like they was going to lose that game, like at all. Um, I just never felt that way. Yeah, Clayton, he didn't have his best game, but Will Richards, he had a hell of a game. Um, Aberdeen, he stepped up some big minutes. He's gonna be big for them looking forward till next year. Um, so like, man, the finish though, bro, that finish was wild, dog. That finish was wild. Like, I just don't know how, like, a game of that magnitude. I just don't know how you don't get a shot off. I just don't. I just don't see a scenario where you don't get a shot off. Me personally, I laughed when I seen it. I laughed a bunch of times because it was funny as hell. Um, but overall, like I said, bro, it was a good NCAA tournament, good Final Four, hell of a national championship game. Houston, they definitely got to hold their heads up high because, they play with a lot of effort, play hard nosed defense. I mean, at the end, some them last two possessions, they kind of shot yourself in the foot. Honestly, if they were playing against an Auburn team, I would have definitely went for Houston. But I mean, hey, it is what it is. But Kelvin Sampson, he done been close so many times. So who knows? Next year he bringing in a more talented team. Will they be better? That remains to be seen. But they will be more talented. So I mean, you never know, man. They might get another shot. Florida, they're gonna lose some key guys, but the portal, they in on some names on the portal, so we'll see how that goes. So salute to the Florida Gators basketball team, bro, and you know, Houston next season, you never know, bro. Yeah, you might be right back in the same spot. But yeah, definitely it was one of the best games, one of the best national championship games. I just hated how it finished.
Uh, I thought it was one of the top games of the tournament. I thought it was right up there with that McNeese Clemson game, and so McNeese Clemson, Florida. Florida got a couple games on the list. Florida, Houston. That Florida UConn game was
Yeah, that Florida UConn game was another game.
that was fire. That Arkansas, you mentioned that Arkansas Kansas game, that one was real good too. Um, and of course, I got to say that Arizona and Duke game as well. Um, just because my guy was playing in that game. Um, but it was good, man. The tournament overall, I thought it was real good. It had some good games. It wasn't that many blowouts. I can clearly say that even to some of these lower seeded teams, there wasn't many blowouts in the tournament, which is a good thing to see. Um, the final game, man, it basically went how I expected to go. Expected it to go, and Houston was a really good team, man. Really good team. They brought a toughness to the floor, especially in that first half. They were the tougher team. They had Florida. I can honestly say Florida was not just playing timid. They looked like they were playing a little scared in that first half, especially um, Alex Condon. He wasn't even looking at the basket. There were multiple times when it looked like he had open shots in the middle of the floor. He just was looking to pass the ball. Um,
Yeah, I was noticing. I'm like, bro, you literally at the free throw line. It was one play he at the free throw line, like,
he ran back to the 3 point line. Like, come on, bro. Like, y'all not gonna win if you don't put up shots. Um, I think Walter Clayton started pressing a little bit and not letting the game come to him, feeling like he had to make a play instead of just letting things develop around him. But shout out to Will Richard. Um, Shout out to Aberdeen, like you said. Um, Thomas Hall and all those guys, man. Shout out to all of them for keeping things afloat in the first half. They did what they were supposed to, and honestly, when you think about it, like if you didn't watch the game, if you just heard about how things were going, and you saw that Walter Clayton hadn't scored, and I think they were getting out rebounded at a point in time, you would have thought like Florida was down like 10 plus.
yeah,
Then starting the second half, like I said, the first 2.5 minutes, Florida had 5 team fouls and a technical foul, and Houston hadn't even committed a foul yet. Um, and then all of a sudden, it turned into a foul fest after that. Um, but that second half was basically keyed up by Elijah Martin. He basically brought the team together. He was like, you could tell he told them like, settle down. We know how to play in these situations, and we're gonna be all right. Even when they went down, I think they went down like 12 at one point. And I told one of my coworkers this when I got to work. He was like, I know you were stressed out. Now, don't get me wrong, for everybody that's watching, Florida is not my college basketball team. I root for Florida, but my favorite college basketball team has always been North Carolina. And I don't want to hear none of y'all talking about, oh, well, you ain't go to that school, you don't even live there, this, that, and the other. I don't want to hear that. Because if that was the case, I would be a New Orleans Saints fan. And everybody that know me know I hate the Saints. Everybody that know I hate LSU. So all that you live in this state, you should root for the team in this state BS. No, not doing that. Ain't ever did that. I have no ties to any state just because I was born there. The only teams I root for in Louisiana is Louisiana Lafayette because that's where I graduated from. I root for Grambling because I just like that black and gold is something different, and I'll root for Louisiana Tech. Other than that, I ain't got no ties to Louisiana that I root for. So we're gonna keep it at that. I don't even like the Pelicans. They should have kept them where they was. So
He said, "I don't even like Pelicans."
uh, but yeah, I was rooting for Florida. I picked Florida before the tournament even started. I picked Florida to win the bracket. I said they were the best team in the country, and I stood on that since the beginning. So it played out the way I thought it was going to play out. As far as that last shot goes, man, in that moment,
bro.
it's always tough. It's always tough because when you think about when he caught the ball, he was wide open. When he caught the ball, he is wide. There's nobody within at least 7-8 feet of him when he caught the ball. But that closeout by Walter Clayton was absolutely ridiculous. That man, I've never seen Walter Clayton jump that high.
He got lost for like a quick second, and then next thing you know, he in the air. I think that threw off Sharp. He
It
didn't
did.
expect him to jump that high.
He did not. He wasn't prepared for that. He was ready to get the shot off. And he still should have just went up with the shot. If he
All
did,
he had to do was pump fake to the left, three. He let
yeah,
you.
absolutely. But even if he blocks the shot, you still have a chance to grab the rebound. You still have a chance for the game to extend. You can't just drop the ball in that situation. And like I said, it's tough. He could have even thrown it to a teammate, like while he was in the air. Like you can't. That's just a tough situation for the game to end that way. But shout out to Todd Golden, man. I thought Florida was the best team all season, and the tournament showed that they were the best team all season. There's not many teams that would have been able to play the games that they played, the teams that they played, and gotten down in multiple games and been able to come back and have that mental fortitude to say we're not losing. It's not many, if any, teams that could have said that. So, shout out to them, man. Walter Clayton, most outstanding player. You done etch your name in the record books. You finna get your statue on campus. Um, hey, bro, that's not much more you can say about that. He should be a lottery pick.
But will he be a lottery pick?
We'll see. He's always been talented, but he took his game to a whole nother level.
I got a question for you. Where does this Florida team rank in the last, let's say, 5 champions? Where does this Florida team rank?
Out of the last 5 teams to win,
Yeah. Wait. Let me put it like this. Are they better than UConn last year?
oof. Hey, that's tough because that UConn team.
But that Utah
They
team
was,
was
they was
crazy.
you talking about Newton, Castle, Caravan, Cam Spencer, Klingon.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say this: if they played against each other, I would probably lean towards UConn. I would probably lean towards UConn. Um, the thing is, which UConn team was better?
I say last year that was the best UConn team, bro.
Yeah, I think last year's UConn team was better. Um, so out of the last, so the last five champions are Florida, the two UConn teams, Kansas and Baylor. That's the last five champions. Looking at those teams, I would say 2024 UConn would be first. I think Florida would be second. Uh, yeah.
Would you have Kansas last or Baylor?
Ooh, that's tough because I I like that Baylor team, bro. That Baylor team is basically what this Houston team is.
Who was on that Baylor team? I'm trying to remember.
That Baylor team had um, LJ Cryer. He was on it.
Oh yeah. LJ Cryer was on there.
LJ Cryer, Mark Vital, Jared Butler, a white kid, Matthew Mayer,
Okay.
Davion Mitchell.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
It was their team was basically like four guards and one big man, basically.
They beat Gonzaga in the championship, right?
I believe so. Yeah, it wasn't really a close game.
I remember that.
Um, I'll go 2024 Connecticut, 2025 Florida. Give me 2023 UConn third.
I'll go Kansas and then Baylor.
Give me Baylor, then Kansas.
Ooh.
Because I still think Kansas shouldn't have won that game. Remember, Kansas was down 15 at halftime.
Yeah, they was.
They won because R.J. Davis and Caleb Love forgot how to play basketball. So I would put Kansas last. That would be my order. But that would be a good ass game if you got 2024 Connecticut against this Florida team. That's
Yeah.
real.
That'll be crazy. That'll be crazy. I wanted to ask you my Twitter question that I had asked you. What was the worst ending to a game? Anybody can answer this. The Chris Webber timeout when in fact they had no timeouts. I think that was 93, 92 or 93. It was against your Tar Heels. Was that worse or was the play we just saw Monday when Sharp did the up and down in the final seconds? Which play was worse?
Chris Webber's was worse. Let me tell you. Let me tell you why.
Oh, hold on. Wait. Before you say that, why? Let me ask you, do you feel like it was worse? Do you feel like it was worse because of the whole how can I say like he just literally like just dribbled to the corner and just called timeout, or like, because I mean I feel like they both equally bad because it's like with Sharp, that was bad because, bruh, like you literally could have won the game.
Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. There's two reasons why the Chris Webber play is worse than the Sharp play. First reason is Chris Webber traveled before he even called the timeout.
That is true. He did.
First reason.
Yeah, when he got the ball, he froze in like a deer in headlights. Yeah, I remember that. I remember watching that playback.
Yeah, that's the first reason why that play was so bad. The second reason is you're taught when you're at the free throw line and time is winding down, you're taught to look and see how many timeouts you actually have.
Hold on, wait. However,
No. Look, I'm gonna get to it because I know what you're about to say. You're taught to look and see how many times, and I know they told them on the court how many timeouts they had. The problem with it is somebody on the bench
yes,
told them to call timeout. So I know they talked about it before he even got there. So that's the bad part about it. Somebody on the bench, you on the bench, and you don't know that y'all don't have timeouts left.
I will say this though. Playing basketball, everybody know, like, even though as a kid, all that, they tell you never to dribble in the corner and pick up your dribble. They tell you that from when you were a little kid. They always tell you that, especially if you a point guard or a guard in general. Never dribble to the corner never dribble to the corner and pick up your dribble.
Absolutely.
So, with that being said, I don't necessarily feel like it's a right or wrong answer because I could say, hey, the sharp three was worse because it's like, bro, that's like for the game. With the timeout, it's like that was for the game too. I think they were down by 2. But it's like with that 3, bro, like he literally could have won the game. All he had to do, pump fake to the left. He a legend for life. How simple like could that have been, bro? It's basketball.
Yeah,
People it's basketball. People make it harder than what it is, bro. It's simple. It's just basketball.
yeah, that's true. At the same time, the Chris Webber one was so bad because it led to a technical foul.
And that's why I said what I said. Like, but yeah, that might be worse because, bro, I just don't know how in that situation, like, bro, it's communicated to you before everybody went to the court. They all acknowledged that the coach said, "Hey, we have no timeouts."
Exactly.
However, it's loud in there. It's very loud, so you don't know what's being said. All you know is we down by 2 and we need a bucket. He froze.
The only thing that I will say that helps it in the favor of that pushes it in the favor towards Sharp over Chris Webber. Chris Webber was a freshman.
I thought that was his last year.
He only played. Did he play 1 or 2?
He played 2 years. The first year they played against Duke, they lost.
Didn't they make the championship twice?
Nah. They went to the Final Four the second year. The first year they got beat by Duke in the national championship.
So that was his second year then.
That was his last year.
Yeah, even then, that's still second year player. I can give him the benefit of the doubt. That's the only reason why. He's still young. Sharp is what? He a senior, right? Junior. And even then, like the play was, they literally drew up the play for you. Like Chris Webber wasn't even supposed to have the ball. He got on the rebound and he was trying to pass it, but he traveled. So like, yeah, but yeah, that was just
Wait. Nah. Yeah. My bad. The game against North Carolina, it was a national championship. I had to look at it again.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that one was the champion. I didn't know if that was his first year or his second year.
That was his second. That was his second year.
Yeah, so he was a sophomore. But like I said, he wasn't even supposed to have the ball. He not supposed to be bringing it up the court. But he traveled, and he got away with it. The only thing that makes it worse was he dribbled to the corner and called a timeout that they didn't have. But I still say the Chris Webber play was worse. It was worse.
Hey. I don't know, man. I might lean towards the Chris Webber thing too, because it's like, bro, you literally got the ball. All you had to do was go to the paint, like. But he froze. He didn't know what to do. He didn't know what to do at all. But I mean, it sucks, bro. It really sucks because, bro, like, just watching the playback. Just watching the playback is like, bro, he easily probably could have just got fouled. But, you know. But like I said, it's so loud in that arena, you don't know what's being said even in the huddle. Like, the coach could be saying anything. Yeah, they all said, yeah, it was everybody acknowledged the fact that, yeah, we knew we didn't have any timeouts, but it's loud in there, bro. You don't know what's being said.
That's true.
But, you know, bottom line, bro, he choked, bro. He choked. He didn't know what to do. He got double teamed, and I can't even lie, dog. Like, if I was in that situation, I probably would have threw that shit. I probably would have threw that shit across the court or some shit.
I wouldn't have thrown it across the court.
If I got trapped and I didn't know we had timeouts, I probably would have like jumped up and tried to like throw it or threw it off somebody out of bounds or something, because there's nothing you can do. Because first off, I'll take that back. I wouldn't even been in that situation because I'm not dribbling to the fucking corner. Like,
I ain't know. I can't dribble the basketball, so I can dribble, but I can't dribble like up the court. Like, don't ask me to run the point. That's not happening. Now, if you want me to shoot the ball, I would have taken the shot. No doubt about that. But yeah, nah. I would definitely, if I was him with that talent, I probably would have just went to the basket. I don't know what's going on. I'm going to the basket. It's like the only logical choice I have in that situation. So, yeah.
I don't know why I thought that was the Final Four game against Duke, but nah, that was 2 national championships, so that is my fault.
So they lost. They lost.
They was beating Duke, and then they ended up losing by 20 against that Duke team.
Damn. Oh yeah, 92.
Yeah, and they did lose to North Carolina. I thought the North Carolina game was the Final Four, but yeah, they lost 6 against North Carolina.
Yeah, I think it was 77, 71 or something.
Yeah, 77, 71.
That's crazy. But yeah, I think the Webber play was a little worse. Yeah, man. Shout out to the Gators, man. Getting back on top of college basketball, doing what they needed to do. The other question I was going to ask was, is this team better than either of the back-to-back teams?
Nah.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure. You know.
I can't go that far. This is probably, obviously, this is the third championship in Florida basketball history.
Yeah.
You put them as
in the country.
I will say this though, they will give them a run. They will give them teams a run.
Oh, absolutely. I think they would have a better chance against the. That's tough.
They're not beating that first team, bro.
That's tough because that first team was, man.
I mean, you don't see that shit no more. Like, people, dudes, like, who know we first rounders, but we gonna come back. I mean, shit, you might can see it now because of the NIL, But you know, but obviously all the key guys from Florida they leaving. Well, you don't know about Condon and Hogg. You don't know about them two. If them two stay, then you know they got a shot. And obviously you got to see what they get in the portal. But they got a shot to go back to back. Assuming they get some key guys on the portal, they got a shot.
I,
Well,
I,
would I
I,
bet on it? Nah.
I take that back. I think they would have. I think they would have a better chance against the '06 team than the '07 team. Because that '06 team, I don't think they beat either one. Um, but that '06 team it was their first time being on that scene. Now you talk about coming back that next year with everybody back, like the whole starting five back. Yeah, they beat Mike Conley and Greg Oden in the championship.
Hey man, we gotta address that. We didn't even get a chance to talk about that Duke and Houston game.
What's the address?
Cooper Flag.
What's to address about that? What do we have to address about it?
What's your thoughts on Cooper Flag?
I think Cooper Flag is a talented player. He's a really good player, deserving of the number one pick in my opinion. That's not to say that there's not other players that I believed are deserving of number one, because I still think Ace Bailey could be the number one pick. I do still think he's a talented player. But what Cooper showed me, I believe he could be. I believe he's. If you're looking for somebody right now to step into your team,
Check all the boxes.
he's the guy. Yeah.
He obviously he competes. He can play defense. He can rebound. He can facilitate. He can play make. He's an improving 3-point shooter. He's athletic. He can bring the ball up the court. Man, he's coachable. Man. It's not. It's just. I think the thing with him is how good can he be in the NBA? That's my biggest thing. Because I mean, he's like a 3 or 4. So it's like, you know, I feel that's my how people want to say strengths and weaknesses. I just feel like how good can he really be? But it's some things he definitely could work on. I said all the good things about him, but he could definitely improve the handle a little more. His jump shot.
Yeah.
But like,
There's always every kid that's coming out of college gonna have something that they need to work on.
he it's like he wants he I feel like he wants it. Whatever it is, he wants it. But do I think he could be like, because we have to compare him to the hype he was getting. We have to, like, the hype he was coming out, we have to give him that type of, like, we have to compare him to that. So it's like, do I think he can be a superstar? He has tools to be.
Yeah. For the way the NBA is played now, he has every tool available at his disposal to be a superstar. Will he be a superstar? I'm gonna say TBD on that.
Do I think he can make a few All-Star games? Probably.
Yeah, absolutely. I think there's a lot of guys that's going into the draft that could be all stars potentially. You know, am I gonna say he's gonna have the best career out of everybody going into the draft? I'm not gonna say that. Because I think there's guys that are talented that have tools at their disposal that can help them last a little longer. But the one thing I will ask is, what's his player comp?
don't know, man. That's hard. Pause. I don't know, man.
If you had to pick one player in the NBA to say, okay, who does he remind you of? Who would you choose?
I can't really. I don't know. I really don't
No,
know.
that name, no.
What?
That's not even no.
No,
No.
Jason Tatum was more advanced offensively than he was coming out.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
He's an all around. He's more of a he's an all around player. Like I don't know. Like it's really his motor is what sticks out the most. Pause. Like it's really his motor that to me is sticks out the most about him. Like his consistent motor, energy. That's what sticks out the most. So you telling me as a as a fan, could I put that on a court in the NBA and expect for him to thrive easily? With the motor he has, he's gonna thrive. Um,
First, to me, I'm looking at it like I think he's a talented offensive player.
he really
He,
good.
he can dribble the ball. He can pass it. He's a real good passer. Like I don't think people understand how good of a passer he really is. He can rebound the basketball. Um, he can handle the ball. I don't think the handle is amazing, but it's good enough. Uh, no, I don't see that comp. I don't see that comp either. Laurie, to me, Cooper's he's more polished. Laurie's a better shooter. Like, I don't think people understand how good of a shooter Laurie Markkinen actually is. But Coop's better defensively, and Laurie Markkinen, as far as like passing the ball, he ain't never had that talent that Coop has as far as putting the ball on the floor and playmaking. So I wouldn't say that one. Um,
What about Scottie Pippen?
are we talking about established Scotty? Because if we're talking about coming out of college, Scotty wasn't that good.
Nah, established Scottie.
Established Scotty, I could see that. Um, it's tough, man, because you almost have to compare him to his Duke counterparts, basically.
I can see Scottie though. I can see Scottie. That man said Jason Tatum.
Jason Tatum one is crazy.
uh, that man said Jason Tatum. All I'm gonna say, all
I'm
I'm
not,
gonna say
I'm
is
not the biggest fan of Jason Tatum, but the Jason Tatum disrespect has been like crazy like lately. Like, I don't know what it is. I don't know. I know people don't like him. Maybe because he light skinned. Maybe because of who he pulled. I mean,
I got my reasons.
but yeah, it's getting a little out of hand because ain't many people with that resume. I'm gonna just leave it at that. I'm trying to think of people as he's unique because it's just different.
I'm telling you, bro, Scottie Pippen.
Scotty would be a good one.
Established Scottie. I think he's in that mold.
I mean, I could see it.
because of the like. It's more so the motor and like comparing like they size, pause. So it's like it's similar.
I do have an interesting name that I would have brought up as far as like the comparisons because I know you remember watching this dude when he was coming out of college.
Who that?
I know everybody gonna talk about him now and all, what he's doing now, but do you remember when Julius Randle was coming out of college?
Dog, that man was a man child in Kentucky. He was a man child in Kentucky.
Like he was crazy. Like, but he was one of those. He played the four, but he could put the ball on the floor. He could dribble it. He could pass it. The shot wasn't great, but you had to close out. Like he was that type of player. Um, like I ain't talking about current. Yeah, I ain't talking about current Julius Randle. Like,
He had to throw that in there.
um, but yeah. Hmm.
I want to say this since we're on a college set. Shout out to my dog Carmelo Anthony, Hall of Fame, the best one and done freshman of all time. Shout out to my dog, well deserving, top
Second,
seven.
second best.
Hey, that's your opinion, and you might be right. I'm not going to disagree. I'm not
Second.
going to agree. But I got Melo just
No.
off just off the roster was just ridiculous.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And
Don't.
that Kentucky team, I know a lot of them guys not in the league, but bro, just come like we just going off rankings, like high school rankings, bro. Those were some of the best players. They had the number one point guard, Marquise Teague. Like they had Terrence Jones, who,
Oh
bro,
yeah, absolutely. Like taking the teams out. If you talk about like the best run for a one and done freshman, Melo, easy.
I can't,
You
yeah,
just
I can't really disagree or
if you talk about just talent,
with the AD thing.
just one on one talent, like best one and done freshman, I go with AD because, bro, the awards and everything that he won. Oh my god, that man won. He won SEC play,
AD was filthy, and
bro.
it's crazy because AD wasn't even like that offensive threat. He was more defensively.
Yeah, his offense came like he had offensive game, but his offense developed
Yeah,
along. He came in like defense first, but it was like, bro, you talking about SEC Player of the Year, SEC Defensive Player of the Year, SEC First Team, SEC All Freshman Team, First Team All American, Tournament MVP, Final Four Most Outstanding Player as a freshman, bro. Like just ridiculous, bro. Impacting the game in ways that a freshman not supposed to be able to do. Yeah, he was just crazy, bro. Like it would for me is there's really four freshmen that were just incredible to watch in college basketball, especially. And the crazy thing is they all happened in my lifetime. Two of them played at the same time in college, which is crazy. When you talk about AD, you got AD, Melo, um, AD, and Michael Beasley. Them four right there, bro. It was dog. You talking about one and done players doing what needs to be done. Them four. If you talk about the best one and dones of this century, them four names at the top of the list. I don't care who you put at five. Them four on the list.
who that fifth spot going to?
It almost got to be.
I don't know. I don't know, bro. Greg Oden got something to say.
Nah, Greg. Oh,
Bro, Greg got something to say, bro.
I'll put when I look at it, I'll put these two names: Greg Oden or Blake Griffin.
I go Greg.
Because, hey, Blake,
Blake played 1 year?
I think so.
I thought he played 2.
But even if he did play 2, that freshman year,
Yeah, freshman year.
oh my God, that he was going crazy. But yeah, them fours, they at the top of the list. I don't care what.
I'm about to see if he played 1 or 2. I think he played 2.
He might have played 2.
Yeah, he played 2.
Was he hurt the first one?
Nah, his second year was his best year. Obviously,
He
he
didn't get.
he played 33 games and he started 28 games.
Okay, so we gotta take him out then. I feel like, I don't know why I thought he.
It seemed like he only played 1 year. It just seemed like he would have, but he played 2.
Okay, so we gotta take. Dang, Greg Oden. But that 5 is crazy.
He said which 4 again? You got no order. Well, we just gonna say the names. You got Beasley, KD, Melo, AD, and you got Owen.
That's the best 5.
If you asking me to put it in order, my order would be Melo, AD. Woo!
I think as great as KD and Beasley was, Greg, bro.
You think Greg was better than both of them?
Bro, Greg was giving Horford and Noah some.
Bro, do you remember Beasley first game though?
No, Beasley. Michael Beasley was something different.
I might go Beasley third, KD fourth, and Owen fifth.
I can't put Owen fifth. I can't.
I mean, you can put him if he can't top 3. I don't know.
I don't know, bro, because Greg was dog. Like he completely changed.
Yeah, he
every
did.
when he was on the court.
As a matter of fact, I want top 3. I can see that. I can see that. Greg was ridiculous. The nigga looked like he was fucking 40 in college. But he was a beast, man. I still stand by if he never had them injuries, he would have been ridiculous in the NBA.
Let me see if I can go back and find his because I know his was crazy. Oh, not that one, fool. Cause yeah, Greg was that was a battle, bro. Like Horford and Noah they had their work cut out for them.
Yeah.
Greg had them boys working as hard as I ever seen them have to work.
I missed.
But nah, moving forward, as y'all see in the title, it's a lot going on. Especially on tonight. You got Luka coming back to Dallas, playing against his old team. That was a foul, but you're not gonna say nothing. Yeah, I think Greg Oden, his freshman year, I think he led the nation in rebounding and blocks.
He damn near averaged 15 to 10.
Damn. Consensus All American, first team All Big Ten, first team All Big Ten defensive player, Big Ten defensive player of the year. That's crazy.
That is. That's real crazy, bro.
But going back, we got Luka returning to Dallas tonight, man. Shout out to Dallas fans for showing up. Watch the Don play, man. Still disappointed my franchise traded him, but that's what dumb franchises do. They trade people. He hooping, but it's a close game. I think think he got what 30, 38 or something like that.
Something like that. He on the bench right now, but he'll be back probably shit now, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that third quarter they started doubling him. They don't want him getting shots off. Um, Still just watching these teams. Like I've been saying that Mavericks team can give a lot of people trouble if they get into the playoffs, but they don't have the offensive firepower to keep up with some of the top flight teams.
Mm-hmm.
But defensively, they can be all right.
Yeah, defensively. Like I feel like next year they gonna be one of the top. Assuming everybody, Kyrie comes back healthy and he's still Kyrie, which I think he will be. I think they'll be a top 4 seed next year.
Just looking at it, Dallas got some players, man. AD, Najee Marshall, who hey, he been balling since.
Yeah, yeah. Najee Marshall, he definitely gonna compete on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, he been balling since Kyrie went out. So shout out to him. They got some players. Just looking at the Lakers, while the
Mm.
top the top of the roster is great, we know that. But man, that not having a true
Gotta,
center.
yeah, they gotta get a center, man. They gotta get one in the offseason. They have to, and they will. They will. They know they gotta get it. Um, but I wanted to ask you this. We gonna talk all time, all time, all time, all time, all time. Who's higher all time? Bro, this nigga just did a shark. Nah, damn. Who's higher all time? Giannis or Jokic?
Jokic,
I don't know, bro.
he got to be.
I don't know, bro.
What's let's look at
I,
the
I think I might lean towards Giannis, bro.
both of them got one championship.
Hold on, wait. Hold on. Let me pull it up. Let me.
No, both of them got a championship.
They both got championships.
They both got a Finals MVP.
Yes.
So,
Jokic, how many MVPs Jokic got? He got 3. All right. Giannis got 2. However,
but Giannis has the Defensive Player of the Year.
yes, and he's a 4-time All Defensive First Team.
Yeah.
So most improved, all that shit. I think for me, I think that Defensive Player of the Year and being a 4-time or really a 5-time All Defense, he'll probably be 6-time this year. I think that is like, and then obviously he only has 2 MVPs back to back. Then Joker, he had 2 back to back. He got back to back too, right? At a point.
MVP. I think.
Yeah.
I think he did back to back.
Was it back to back to back to back?
No, I don't. I don't think it was 3 in a row. I think somebody
It was 2 in a row, right?
didn't Embiid still won?
Yeah, I think so. I think didn't he win it last year?
I think Embiid stole one.
Who won it last year?
Last year was Jokic.
I think was the year before was Jokic. 2, wasn't it?
Yeah, last year was Jokic. The year before he came out second. I think that's when Embiid won. Yeah. Jokic last year, Embiid won the year before that, and then Jokic won the 2 years before Embiid did.
All right, so
before Jokic won his first one, I think that's when Giannis won his.
So Giannis got so the Joker, he got 3 MVPs over Giannis 2. But Giannis is a 5-time all defensive member team, 4-time first team, and he won the defensive player of the year. I think me personally, I think that for me, would give the nod for me to Giannis.
I think the defensive side of the floor does help Giannis's case. I think I don't think you were wrong picking either one ahead.
Yeah.
The better question for me would be, where does Jokic rank as far as centers all time?
Give me your top 5 centers.
For me, it's still I
It don't
still
gotta be order. It don't gotta be order.
if we go no order, I have Shaq, Hakeem, Jokic, and that last spot is tough because there's a lot of names that can go in that spot.
Who would you have?
Like I like Moses.
Ooh.
I like David Robinson.
I think I was leaning towards probably Moses or one of them two.
Hell, I like Dwight Howard too. So
Ah.
I like all three of those guys. Man.
Oh my God.
But I would probably
I might go Moses.
I might have to lean Moses.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll probably lean Moses.
Better than any three of them guys, Hakeem, Shaq, or Kareem.
So you don't think Jokic is above those three?
If he's better than any three of them guys, then he's a top 10 all time.
Is he closer to Shaq or is he closer to Hakeem?
I don't think he's closer to neither one.
Who is he closer to? Because I believe that
I'll put it like this:
Shaq is the most dominant force to.
If we going peak for peak, like
I forgot. The crazy thing is I forgot Will Chamberlain. That's crazy.
But he don't count. I ain't forget him. He don't count.
I forgot Will and Bill, but if we not counting them, then
they count. If
they're gonna be put at 5.
They definitely count. Let me stop because I'm trying to I gotta chill.
Yeah, if they count. I gotta put them at 5. I can't put them above any of the other ones.
Yeah. They definitely count.
Yeah, they gotta be at 5.
He better than Bill Russell.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Bill Russell is one of the most overrated players to ever play the game of basketball. Yes, he won a lot of championships. He was a great defensive player. But if you're 6'11" and you can jump higher than 99.9% of everybody else that's played the game, and you only shoot 48% from the field, I'm not putting you up there. I know what you did for the game, and I know all that other stuff. That's great. But what on the court can Bill Russell, outside of defensive rebounding, what does Bill Russell do better than Jokic?
Respectfully.
No, it's always respect. It's always respect.
I mean, the game.
But at the same time, if we're talking about Bill Russell in this light, Wilt used to dominate this man.
Shit, Wilt was dominating Kareem.
Like if we're going to put Bill Russell up there as far as that, then Will Chamberlain's name should be above his. If you telling me there was another center in your era when there was only 6 teams in the league,
I just feel like he had the better teams than Wilt.
Absolutely. The Celtics teams in that era was like UCLA in the 60s.
Woo.
So, like, even if you go back and look at the matchups, like Wilt average when they played against each other. Wilt average like almost damn near 50 and like what, like almost 50 and shit 25 rebounds or something like that.
What you saying? What for, bro? Like what you like?
It's
What you
probably
mean?
it's probably because of the Bill Russell thing. Like Bill Russell gets his respect. Bill Russell is a great player, one of the best ambassadors for the game of basketball that you could have ever asked for.
Listen,
But is Bill? Are you going to look at the game of basketball and say, if we put him on the court right now, Bill Russell is down? Bill Russell doing something with Shaq? Hell no. No, in Shaq prime, put Bill Russell and Shaq on the court together. Bill Russell stopping Shaq. If he can't stop Will, he definitely ain't stopping prime Shaq.
I mean respectfully, nobody's really stopping Shaq. Prime.
Exactly. And Hakeem is arguably Hakeem. Well, I take that back. Hakeem is the greatest defensive center of all time.
Yeah, he the best two-way center of all time.
Second best, Ben Wallace, and third best, I would put Dwight right behind Ben Wallace. So this whole thing about you tell first of all, no. If you telling
Oh,
me if you put Shaq and Bill Russell on the court, you saying Shaq can't stop Bill Russell? Stop it. Stop it.
so prime. Who prime are you taking, Hakeem or Shaq? I feel like that's a question I always ask.
Whose prime am I taking?
Yeah.
Or Shaq? Um. Ooh, that is tough. Yeah, that is a tough question. Ooh, because Hakeem Prime was crazy. Them
Yeah.
back champions. Um,
We're not saying like
give me Shaq.
you Shaq.
Yeah, give me Shaq. Slightly.
What was Shaq prime?
Shit. Honestly, you could start in Orlando.
If that's the case,
Well, honestly, you could say Shaq Prime started when he entered the league.
if that's the case, then Hakeem was cooking that boy in the finals.
No, Hakeem definitely cooked Shaq. Like, no doubt about it. But like you talking about when you say the most dominant force, like I know a lot of people say Shaq was just bigger and stronger than everybody.
He
Yeah,
had skills
but
too.
Shaq footwork was ridiculous, bro. Like,
So on your all-time list, would Shaq be above Hakeem?
yeah, I still on my all time list. I think I have Shaq top 7 on my all time list.
I ain't against it.
I have Hakeem like at 9, I believe, somewhere around there, like 8 9.
I'm not against it.
Because I'm just if you looking at you can't just say, oh, well, I'm going off the eye test and eliminate the resume when you talk about all time lists. And for me, if I do a top 5, my top 5 is solidified as far as on court play and resume. It's I don't no order, so don't jump me on this. Bron, MJ, Kareem, Magic, and Duncan. That's my top 5. And right outside of that, that's when the conversation would start. So I have Shaq around 6 or 7. Hakeem would be right behind him. Um, and that's where the conversation would start from there. There was there was an interesting question that was posed today that I saw because they were talking about it. It came up again. Who's the greatest Laker ever?
Mm. Mm.
Kobe has the greatest Laker career. Magic is the best Laker ever. The reason I say that, Magic played 13 seasons. Yeah, Magic played 13 seasons. 11 of them were healthy. In his 11 healthy seasons, he had 5 championships. He won those 5 championships in 9 seasons. He went back to the finals in year 11 at 31 while he was dealing with his whole AIDS thing or HIV, whatever you want to call it. HIV, let's put it that way. So his career got cut short by a couple years. Everybody likes to talk about Michael Jordan stepping away from basketball. If he didn't step away, he would have won 8 championships. I'm not going that far because at the same time that Michael Jordan was starting to win his, Magic was still playing. If you want to say if Michael Jordan didn't walk away, if Magic doesn't get HIV, you telling me Magic doesn't pose a threat to Michael in the championship again?
That's a legit discussion right there.
5 championships in 9 seasons, bro. How many? And this is in his first 9 seasons. Magic won the championship as a rookie, Finals MVP as a rookie, right after winning the national championship and beating Larry Bird. Like, come on, bro. Like, what are we talking about? We talking about the same Magic that led the league in steals twice, led the league in assists 4 times, averaged a double-double damn near every season.
That's crazy, bro. What the fuck he doing? Bro.
Even if you say, oh, well, Magic played, even if you say Magic played with Kareem, I still think Magic was the best player on those teams. He was definitely the most important. So I think it's Magic. I just think his career was cut short. So since Kobe played 20 years with the Lakers, it's hard to say playing that long for one team and doing what he did for the city. I get it. But Magic just different, bro. Has there ever been somebody to win 5 championships in their first 9 seasons? No.
I don't think it has.
Unless you count Bill Russell. No disrespect. No disrespect.
Nah. You said that with all disrespect.
And then if we're being honest, if we're gonna be honest, when Magic was in the league, he had an equal. And it's not saying that Michael I'm not gonna say that Mike didn't have an equal because there were some good players in his time, but none of them were on the level of Magic.
Yeah.
None of them were. You could damn near say the only one that was on the level of Isaiah Thomas was Hakeem, basically. So, and then you got a losing record. You ain't never beat Bird in the playoffs, Mike.
Hey man.
So
That's
no,
nah, bro. That's nah. We not gonna get into all that, bro.
no. This is what I'm using this to help Magic's case. Magic beat Bird multiple times. Yes, Magic had better teams. I'm not negating that at all. Like I said, I'm not a Mike basher. I think Mike is one of the top 2 greatest players to ever play the game. I don't care where you put him, 1 or 2. If you want to argue 1, do that on your time. If you want to argue 2, do it on your time. I know where I got him at. I'm not telling y'all that because I don't care what y'all have to say.
He got him at 2, ladies and gentlemen. Oh!
I do have him at 2.
Bro, what the fuck was that?
But yeah. Yeah, don't mind us. We recording and watching the game at the same time.
Luka got 40, 7 and 6.
Luka going off, LeBron closing the game out as he should be. Lakers up by like 12 after
Luka's just did
after playing against the Thunder last night. They came back and played the double. I think with tonight's game,
they clinched the playoff spot.
I think with tonight's game, LeBron has gotten himself eligible to make an All NBA team.
He gonna be second team. He should be.
He should be. Oh, if he would have made that, what the fuck? What are they playing backyard basketball?
Dog, they out there having fun.
Bro, what the?
Ooh, come here.
What are they doing?
Got him? Nope.
What are they doing?
Bro.
What are they doing, bro? I know you see what I'm talking about.
Yeah. That Luka layup was nasty.
But yeah, they are a win tonight. I think they would have 2 games left after this?
What's their record? 9. Yeah, they got 2 more.
Yeah, 48-31 to 79. So
fast.
It'll be 49-31. So they would have 2 games left. I think it's the Rockets and the who's the last one? Grizzlies, maybe?
It's the Rockets. I'm about to look.
I know one of them is the Rockets.
Yeah, they play Rockets on Friday.
Who's the last one?
I'm looking right now. It's
Trailblazers.
Yeah, they're gonna win. Shit, they might win both of them games.
Even if they don't win both, if they win one, they lock up the 3 seed.
Yeah, I think they're gonna be the 3 seed.
Right now the Clippers are in the 4 seed.
Who the 6 seed? The Warriors?
Warriors are 6. I believe it's Thunder, Rockets, Lakers, Clippers, Nuggets, Warriors, Timberwolves, Grizzlies, I believe.
Steph versus LeBron, first round?
Lakers.
I low-key don't want that. I want 43. I low-key want to see Warriors and Lakers in the conference finals, even though I know that's not happening.
Conference finals? Yeah, that ain't happening.
But
I got Thunder Lakers conference finals. But I will say this. If the standings stay the way they are, that potential Clippers and Thunder series might be real interesting.
Clippers 1-8. Or Clippers 8?
Clippers 4.
Oh, you mean if they were okay. Who 5?
Nuggets.
Nuggets. So you saying that you got the Clippers beating the Nuggets? Obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Clippers playing
I think Zubac, the X factor in that series.
Bro, he want that 50, bro. He want that 50 so bad.
They gonna take him out. They ain't gonna let him get it.
Yeah. He should have looked at Nico Harrison bitch ass. That's what he should have did. He should have stared. Yeah, that's what I would have did. 45. Luka dropped 45. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, I genuinely like this Lakers team walk playoff. I just don't. I can't out the West. I can't pick them. I can't pick against them because it's like, bro, they could legit have the best player on the court any given night.
What if we get Clippers Lakers conference finals?
Clipper, huh?
Clippers Lakers conference finals.
If we get that, then Kawhi must be playing like Kawhi.
If Kawhi healthy, I could see them making the conference final.
Yeah, if he played how we know, then I could see it, but I don't think that shit gonna happen, bro.
Zubac would be the issue, bro.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
Zubac would be the issue. Like,
I don't know what it is, but that nigga Luka see the Clippers, he just he just turned it up a notch. Like
Clippers and Suns, bro.
he just that shit up a notch.
Speaking of the Suns, let me put this out here real quick. Devin Booker, your shoes is trash, bro. Like, I don't know why you let them people make them shoes for you, bro. Them shoes is absolute garbage.
Bro. Devin Booker catching strays.
Them shoes is ass, bro. Like,
I like Adrian Wilson shoes. Them shit slide.
bro, I'm gonna say this. Look, all I'm gonna say is nobody's shoes in the game right now is touching Sabrina's.
Yeah, no, I like those too.
Sabrina's shoes and her.
I don't like James Harden, but I like his shoes.
Them Sabrina colorways, bro. They acting different, like real different. I got some Sabrinas. I got the royal blue and white.
Oh, you got a pair?
Absolutely. I wanted them. They got the Oregon colorway. Them things is.
Blink could be looking like a spy at the game. He a spy or some shit.
They got the Oregon colorway for the Sabrinas. They got the.
I don't think I seen her shoes.
The Sabrinas, bro. You missing out, bro.
I don't think I. Hold on, a question.
Yeah, I see it. I want to get to it in a second, but the Oregon colorway, just go look up Sabrina shoes. The Oregon colorway, they got the purple and black colorway. They got the black and silver. This summer they got an apricot colorway coming out. I'm buying those because they is fire, bro. Like,
I'm about to look at them bitches right now.
Yeah, them Sabrina's fire, bro. Like real fire. Shoot that bitch, Bronny. Shoot it.
Oh no, them bitches cold. They remind me of some Kobe's.
Come on, Bronny, you should have shot that bitch.
They remind me of some Kobe's. They not ugly though.
Yeah, basically that's her favorite player. They was real close.
Oh yeah, them bitches is I ain't gonna lie, I rock them bitches. Them bitches,
they comfortable too. Comfortable as fuck.
I ain't gonna lie, them bitches kind of cold. See, they got 11. Oh yeah, that shit 11 and 11. Yeah, them bitches cold.
Yeah, they fire, but them apricot ones that come out over
them bitches cold. Good price too.
I'm covered. Yeah, Sabrina shoes always like $59. So, oh yeah, they fire. But let's get to that question that they had. Do the Suns trade all 3 star players in the offseason? Of course, that depends on if Devin Booker requests a trade. They're not gonna trade all 3. They're gonna keep Devin Booker. He not leaving Phoenix.
KD leaving.
KD should definitely be gone, but KD should have never ended up in Phoenix in the first place.
Where would you send KD?
Shit, there's not many places that KD gonna go and they automatically gonna be a contender because we can clearly see that he's the ultimate plug and play player, but he's not elevating any more teams at this point in his career. Like, he can go get buckets. We know that.
What if he goes to the Mavericks?
He's not elevating us. He's not. Because that means you have to give up some of your core to get him. Why? There's no reason for you to give up Najee Marshall, PJ Washington, and probably Max Christie too. I don't think those players like put you in elite territory, but with Kyrie hopefully coming back and healthy next year with a healthy AD, you can make the playoffs with that. While it would be nice, it just destroys the roster. That's the same thing that happened in Phoenix. You got Devin Booker, you got Bradley Beal, and you got KD. Look at what's playing around them. Bradley Beal don't even start. I'm gonna just say this: Bradley Beal is washed.
Bro, it hurt seeing that shit, bro. I ain't
He,
gonna lie.
he's washed. I'm sorry. I love Brad. Florida great. One of the best backcourt tandems of our generation with John Wall. He's washed. Um, and just looking at everything else on that roster, bro, that roster is so trash. Like when you're after those three, and honestly, after the top two, your best player is who? Grayson Allen. Grayson Allen. Who they got? Is it Royce O'Neal? Um, Ryan. What is it, Ryan Dunn or something like that? One of the Jones that went to Duke.
Eyes on.
Bro, that roster is horrible. Bowl. Like, come on, come on. What are we talking about? A team is not good, bro. And like, I'm just thinking, like, I don't know where you move KD to the point that KD is all of a sudden going to make that team is going to put them over the hump. Unless you say, okay, I'm giving up Joel Embiid and I'm gonna put KD instead. What does that do?
Man,
So I don't know, bro. It's
we gonna have to see, bro.
you can only trade him for somebody that where you can almost match the salaries. Um, like you can't trade him to Memphis unless you're doing a sign and trade with Jaren Jackson. Does getting KD and swapping KD out with Jaren Jackson elevate Memphis into the top four in the West? No, I don't think they would be top four with KD or with the roster they have now. They're not top four, so
What they are? They what? Number 7?
they dropped down to the play in. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't see where you could put KD and they all of a sudden turn the franchise around and he's on a winning team.
I don't know, bro.
I don't know. I don't see it. And he's gonna be what 38 next year or 37, one of them two.
Yeah. They
KD KD to the Heat don't move the needle at all.
they really traded this dude.
The problem the problem with the Heat is Tyler Hero's your best player. There's nothing more to say about that. Like, yeah. Um, I don't know. My question is, if Damian Lillard's career is over, I don't know if it is. I'm hoping it's not. Does Giannis,
Shout
does
out,
Giannis
man.
stay in Milwaukee?
Wait, say that again?
If Damian Lillard can't play basketball anymore, does Giannis stay in Milwaukee?
Nah.
Where does he go? Now, if you said I could get Giannis, then that's a different story. Giannis can elevate your franchise to another level. If I'm Memphis, I'm calling. I'm calling in the offseason. Look, y'all can have Jaren Jackson. Y'all,
I'll hang up the fucking phone quick.
y'all can have shit. Honestly, I might give up Desmond Bain
If I was New York, I'd get Giannis.
for who?
Bro, they got some pieces.
They ain't got no draft picks though.
They got pieces. Shit, nigga. Anybody on that team, I would keep Brunson, and I would be like, hey, everybody else can go.
Oh, I'm trading. I'm trading Carl Anthony Towns in a heartbeat.
Oh yeah, for
Yeah,
yeah.
bye easily, easily.
For sure. That's not even a discussion.
Where would Giannis best fit? Giannis, Giannis, and Anthony Edwards.
Hey, that's something that's something to look at.
Hey, bro, y'all can have Rudy Gobert. Y'all can have Julius Randle. Y'all can have Jaden McDaniels. Y'all can have all three.
Where y'all can get whoever y'all want.
Y'all can have the corpse of Mike Conley if you want. You can take it all. Like all I need back is Giannis, and I'll figure everything out after that.
That's what he feeling. Shit, y'all don't got nobody niggas want.
They definitely don't. I'm looking at that heat.
Y'all gonna have to give up one of the two.
The only person that I would want off the Heat roster is Bam. That's it. I don't want Tyler Hero on my team.
White Mike.
I'm good on that. I don't know. There's a couple places Giannis could go that I would be like, okay, yeah, y'all serious.
He said the corpse of Mike Conley. That's crazy.
What would you think about a tandem of Giannis and Zion?
Yeah.
He was like,
Right now, bro, I
look,
been
Zion Williamson, you a sick individual. Uh,
very
you are a very sick individual. But I need you to get down to about 250 pounds in the off season to save your career.
240.
You just got to lose weight, bro. Like it's
240.
no it's no reason why you in the prime of your career and you can't lose 20 pounds. As a high level athlete, you can't get down to 250. There's no reason for that. I don't care if you got to hire a chef. I don't care if you got to put locks on your refrigerators and don't make a combination. I don't care if you got to give you.
Put locks on your refrigerator.
I don't care if you got to give your credit cards to somebody else so you don't order no food. I don't care if you got to give somebody your phone and tell them to delete DoorDash and Uber Eats. I don't know what you got to do, but bruh, there's no reason for this, bro.
And it's crazy because he had lost weight.
And he's still 270.
Bro, he got to get to about 240. I say 240.
Bro, 240, 250 a hit would be optimal for him. It would help his knees so much.
I say about 240. Lose 30 more pounds. Man, listen.
Hey, let me say this real quick. Shout out to Mike Malone. Uh, your personality was you was a little out there, but you was a damn good coach. And if you end up in San Antonio following Greg Popovich, your first order of business should be not letting Chris Paul back in the building.
Oh, they all tied.
Yeah, they literally all like 4 through 7 all have the same record.
So who won the tiebreaker?
The way it is right now.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Yeah, if they all can't finish with the same record because I think the Nuggets and the Grizzlies still have another game if I'm not mistaken.
man, I don't want the Warriors and Lakers to play in that first round, man. I want to, man.
One of those two teams still have to play. I'm not sure if it's the Nuggets and the Grizzlies or if it's the Warriors and the Grizzlies.
Why? Like, what are the Kings doing? Like,
Going back to the Vlade Divac days,
bro, what are they doing?
they don't know.
They saw Levine and DeRozan play in Chicago and thought that'd be a good idea. In Sacktown, come on, bro. What is wrong with these people? Jalen Pickett.
I don't know, but both of these teams are disappointments to me.
Yeah. Oh, come here. What the fuck was that?
Yeah, yeah, both of them teams are the Kings and the Nuggets are disappointments to me. Um,
That man don't shoot. He don't care. Yeah, that was a bad move. Fire.
uh,
Very bad move. Shoot that bitch, nigga. Shit. Fuck it. You can't shoot, but you made that shit. Wow, the Kings really could finish 42-40. Russell bonus, bro. Shoot that bitch again, nigga. Fuck you doing? Who is this nigga? Oh, that's Pickett. Crazy, bro. Shoot that bitch.
all right, I've seen all the lists that's been put out of everybody ranking top players in the country in college football this coming season. All I'm gonna say is, please stop with the DJ Lagway shit. Please stop. Stop. Because all y'all doing is trying to hype him up. And then when he struggles a little bit, y'all gonna be like, damn, he trash. Oh, he not good. Y'all the ones that put him at the top. How you have a top 10 returning quarterbacks of the 20 for the 2025-2026 season and put DJ Lagway at number one when you've got players on that list that's proven quarterbacks. If anybody should be number one, it should be Cade Klubnik. And this is coming from somebody that trash Cade.
Hey man, shout out to my guy Cade, man. I was giving him some love last year going into the season.
Cade should be at the top. Lenore Sellers should be above Lagway. Um, Now, do I think they're all going to have better seasons? No.
That's a different story.
But if we talk about going into the season, those two should be above him. Drew Aller should be above him. Um, Garrett Nussmeier should be above him. And remember, this is not me saying they're going to have better seasons because I'm a Florida fan. So I'm going to be objective, but I'm also going to be a homer and say Lagway going to have the best season out of all of them. I'm going to say that. But just going into the season, stop putting DJ Lagway number one on the list when he had 9 passing touchdowns and 5 interceptions or something like that. Like, relax. Now, I don't want to hear y'all coming on here talking about, oh, well, he trash. Look at that. DJ trash. No, he ain't trash. Y'all shouldn't have put him that high on the list in the first place. But I see what y'all do. Y'all not slick, bro.
They trying to tear him up just to tear him down.
So
I can't wait for the season to start.
it's gonna be a good season. Shout out to my man, my boy Greg Smith. I hope you find a home, man. I was looking forward to watching you play, bro. I thought there was a chance for you to get on the field. I know we brought in some talented players, but you got to do what's best for you in this day and age. So
That just means it's deep out there.
yeah, we brought in everybody that we brought in for a reason because we need them all. Um, yeah, but shout out to him, man. I really hope he finds a good home where we can get some playing time because I still like what I saw on film from him. So, uh, let's see who we want our teams to draft in the first round. Corey, I'm gonna let you take that question first.
Because you not trying. I'm so listen. I understand we might just go O line, and I'm all for it. Just depending on you know the type of guy we got coming from Detroit. He's seen how they built. You seen how they built that O line and that on that side of the ball. So I wouldn't be surprised if we go O line because that's where it started, and Detroit got one of the best O lines. But me personally, bro, I'm not gonna watch a season, an NFL season, and Garrett Wilson is literally our only receiver out there. And his wide receiver two is me. I'm not about to watch. I'm not about to watch Justin Fields try to complete passes to me. I'm not doing that, bro. I mean, I'm good for about maybe 2 catches, about 10 yards. But come on, bro. Like, really, bro? Like, we got Alan Lazard, Josh Reynolds, Malachi Corley, Xavier Gibson. Like, it is not a knock on any of them guys. But if you ask any one of them guys to be a receiver too, we don't know what Malachi Corley is. He is yet. He scored a touchdown and he ain't even had a ball in his hand. He's a talented kid, but we don't know what he exactly is, and you don't want to put all that on him as a receiver too, or slot guy, or whatever. Sorry, slot guy, whatever. Alan Lazard, we done seen how that goes. Josh Reynolds, I think he could be a good depth piece, a good like receiver 3, receiver 4. But you asking him to be a receiver 2 to nah. I just feel like you have to get a receiver. And you necessarily don't really have to draft one early. But I just feel in one of them early picks, we got a second round pick, right?
Yeah.
One of them early picks, first round, second round, we got to get a receiver, bro. I'm just not, nah. I'm just nah, bro. Nah. We need a receiver badly. I want a receiver personally. I want McMillan. Um, I
I
think I,
still,
I think he complements Garrett well.
I still have to watch the film on him. I've watched some. From what I've watched, um, I would
Shit,
I
your boy from Ole Miss, like you said.
will take other guys before I take him. Um, Not saying he's not bad, not worthy of a first round pick. Just I think those guys produce better. Um, and I also think they just fit what we want to do offensively better. Um,
I would definitely take Trey Harris.
yeah, I think Trey Harris is going to be a name for people to look at when they look at the Jets and
Yeah,
the
bro.
way they're going to run the offense around. If you're going to tailor the offense to the strengths of Justin Fields, that means you have to find players that can get down the field. Um, Trey Harris is one of them. I believe. What is his name from TCU? Dang, what is his name? His first name Savion. I
I know what you're talking about.
can't remember his last name. Uh, Also, keep a lookout for Kyle Williams from Washington
Yeah,
State.
Yep.
Um, yeah, it's always going to be about getting guys that can you can push the ball down the field, attack vertically because that's what Justin Fields does so well. But I
Let me stop you for a minute. What do you think about this whole trading Brees
no
rumor in for Ashton and Jinxie?
no no. Um, I know eventually you're going to have to pay Brees, and if that's the case, that's why you drafted Braylon Allen. You don't have to pay him if you don't want to pay him top dollar. Let him walk. But you can find a running back in the later rounds. Not drafting a running back at 7. Um,
Yeah, bro, we looking deep at that position.
if I'm looking at running backs and I want to draft a running back, and you talking about looking at the later rounds to find somebody, I'm looking at possibly third or fourth round for Ollie Gordon. Um, you got Devin Neal, who I really like. Um, DJ Giddens, I like that kid. So
Bro,
this running back class is deep. I'm not drafting a running back at 7.
nah.
For me, it's either going to be it would have been corner if we didn't pay DJ Stevens so much, Brandon Stevens so much money. Um, Because I like Will Johnson. I think Will would have been a really good fit for our defense, and I still think we're going to draft another corner, just not in the first round. Um,
Yeah.
Keeping an eye on Dorian Strong. Um, I like Kobe Bryant. I don't think he's the best one, but he nice. And also Trey Amos.
With a name like that, bro, you gotta be good.
Um, I'm still looking at the defensive line, man. I really, I know he's not gonna make it to the second round, but if he did, Walter Nolan would be next.
Woo! That'd be
Him,
ridiculous.
him next to Quentin would be, man. But I like that kid from Toledo, Darius Alexander. But I also like I think it's Tyleek Williams from Ohio State.
Yeah, Tyreek Williams.
Yeah, those two names, man, they some real good players because we need help on the defensive line, like for real.
Yeah.
Our defensive line, especially at the defensive tackle spot, we a little thin. Now defensive end, we a little better, but we need some help on the defensive front. Um, but yeah, I honestly wouldn't mind going wide receiver, tackle, either one of those. I think that's uh, my top two picks for us that I'm looking at. Shamar Stewart,
Well, that old lineman from the zoo.
that's my pick right now. I would take him. He would be my first choice. As far as Shamar Stewart, I like him, um, but we deep at defensive end. Defensive end is one of our strong suits as far as like our defense goes, and we got Will McDonald. We just drafted Will McDonald. Year before that, we drafted Jermaine Johnson. So it would be tough to sell people on drafting Shamar Stewart uh, at number 7.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, man. For me, it's either going to be the offensive tackle from Missouri or
McMillan.
McMillan. To me,
I think we're gonna go O line though.
yeah, I think we got to build inside out. So start with the O line. We got to fix the O line for Justin, and of course, we're gonna try to run the ball more than we throw it. Um, use Brees, use Braylon, and use Isaiah Davis. I think he's pretty. I think he's a pretty good running back too. Um, I think we just go from there. I think we got 8 picks, maybe 8 or 9 picks.
Yeah, I think 8.
Yeah, we got one in the first 4 rounds. So honestly, if somebody called and they wanted to trade up and we could trade back and get more picks, I'm all for it. Um, I would not be upset with trading back because I think they got this draft class has depth in it. Um, but I still think we need to find we need to get better on the line of scrimmage.
That was filthy.
So
Yeah, I'm with you, bro. Like you said, it starts inside out. And Aaron Glenn, he said you got to start a culture before you can get to playoff Super Bowl. So I think that's what he said. He wants to build first. But me personally, I wouldn't be surprised if we win more games than people think we are. But I'm not looking forward to that. I just think I'm taking it game by game, see how this team grows in the upcoming season. I think Fields will have a breakout year. I
I,
will. I will say that I think he will have a breakout year.
I got us finishing second in the AFC East right now.
7 wins,
I got us around 8 or 9.
8. I can see 8.
Yeah, I got us finishing behind Buffalo. Um,
Because I think one thing I will say I do expect us to compete in every game. I think Aaron Glenn will they will buy in. Um, so I think this defense though will be. I think they will take that personality, that Aaron Glenn personality, and wear it on the field. So it's very. I'm very interested to see, you know, our first game. I want to see who we play in our first game. So that'll be interesting.
I can't wait to see how they use Justin Fields. Um, I want to see the development as a passer for him. We saw a little bit of it in Pittsburgh. Um, obviously, they went back to Russ after Fields started a couple games. Uh, I still say Fields. They should have let him ride it out until he lost the position. Um,
Yup.
but he's here now, and
Yeah, shout out to Justin Fields, man. He been working this all season, bro. Like,
glad they came out early in the offseason and said he's quarterback one. There's no doubts about it. We going into the season with him being the starter. It eases all the tension around everybody else, and it tells them, hey,
we could just focus on what we got going on.
we know who our guy is. So if
Yup.
if he's one, everybody else, I need y'all to rally around him. Make sure we pick him up. Make sure we build that repertoire with him. And him and Garrett already have a connection already. So that one should be.
Big, I think that definitely was a big factor
Oh, absolutely.
in keeping him. Because I mean, obviously, I think we definitely will give him the extension after the draft. Him and Sauce,
Yeah, I
but
think their money taken care of. I'm
but
not really worried about them too. It's
right.
more of what do we do with. I say, what do we do with the other big names like um, Quinnen, um, Quincy, uh, Michael Carter, um, Elijah Vera Tucker, and who's wide receiver two? I think that's the bigger questions. And I still think we'll get another veteran receiver on the roster. I think after the draft happens, I think there'll be another vet that we sign. Unless we draft two or three guys, I think we'll sign another vet.
Yeah, perhaps. I can see it. I can see it.
But I ain't got anything else, man. You got anything else before we close it out?
Nah, man. But once again, I just want to shout out my dog Melo, man. Favorite NBA player, favorite basketball player. You know, shout out to my guy for being Hall of Fame, for making it to the Hall of Fame. Well deserved. You know, he deserved it. Long career. And you know, there will be no Melo slander at all. Shout out to Melo, man. Three to the dome.
Absolutely. Shout out to one of the premier players and one of the greatest scorers to ever grace a basketball court. Honestly, top three scorer of this generation for me. Um, just putting that out there. There's not many people out there that I would rather have going out there to get me a bucket than Melo. So
True, true, true.
shout out to that guy.
Oh man.
Any closing thoughts outside of that?
Fuck Juan Soto. Go Yankees.
Y'all some cheaters, bro. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
Hey man, shout out to A.
Y'all some cheaters, bro.
Shout
No,
out.
nobody, nobody would have ever been able to introduce no torpedo bats, and they would have been like, "Oh yeah, they fine." And then all of a sudden, the Yankees got torpedo bats, and oh yeah, that's it's good. We need that in the league. Of course, y'all the money making team, so they're gonna let y'all get away with it. But y'all cheating, bro. Y'all
Hey,
cheating.
I need that that World Series run, bro.
Dodgers winning it again, so it don't really matter. Um, but as for me, closing thoughts, man. Whatever y'all got going on in your life, whatever situation y'all dealing with at the moment, wherever you are currently standing, um, in any case, it could be financially, relationally, emotionally, any of that at all. Keep pushing forward, bro, because It's not time to get stagnant. When you get stagnant, you get complacent, and complacency only leads to depression. Um, we're not going for that in 2025. We kicking that depression out of here. All them thoughts of that I need to be, or all the thoughts of trying to compare your life to somebody else, all that. We're not doing that, man. Live your life, run your own race. Don't worry about what the next person has going on, because the more you compare, the more you lose your joy. Because it's always going to be somebody doing better than you, with more money than you, that look better than you. Don't worry about that, bro. Because all you doing is messing up yourself. You worrying about what the next person doing, and you don't even see the blessings that's in front of you. We're not doing that no more. So stop comparing your lives to everybody else, because just because that person may look like they got it going on the outside, you don't know what's going on the inside. You don't know what's going on in their household. They may never tell you. You may never know. So don't compare it. There's no reason to do that. Run your own race. Um, go for whatever you feel like you need to go for. If you want that new job and you feel like, oh well, I'm not qualified, we don't care. Put the application in, send the resume. All they can do is tell you no. Stop being afraid to hear the words no. No ain't never stopped nothing for me when I'm going after a job. This no could turn out to be tomorrow's yes. So I ain't worried about that, bro. Just
True,
keep
that's facts. That's facts.
we going for everything in 2025, bro. Everything that you've been praying for, you've been hoping for, that job, that new car, that new house. I can tell y'all right now, 2025 then brought a new house for me. So that's we
Salute.
I trust me, this has been a long time coming, but it's something that I prayed for. And it's been good to finally feel like I have a place that I can call home for myself. So I ain't worried about with nobody. Somebody else can have a 6 bedroom, 4 bathroom house. I ain't worried about that. I got what I got because this is what I needed. Eventually, I'm looking for bigger blessings, but at this moment in time, this blessing is what I needed for where I'm at, what stage I'm at right now. So just keep going forward, man. Don't worry about what everybody else got going on. Focus on you and yours, and just make things happen, bro. Keep the faith. Don't lose faith, because faith will take you a lot of places, bro. So just keep pushing, man. That's all I can say for everybody that's been watching. We appreciate y'all for tuning in once again. Y'all been showing major love to the show, so we gonna keep showing y'all major love as
Hey
well.
man, we gotta bring back Music Wednesdays. Niggas is asking when we coming back, bro. DMs and we gotta bring that back, my brother. We gotta bring that back, my brother.
How about this? Today is April 9th. Today is April 9th. We will, and I'm making it official right now on this show, the first
Don't take it back now.
the first Music Wednesday show will be occurring on May 7th. That is the first Wednesday of May.
May 7th. Okay.
So y'all heard it here.
7th. Ooh.
May 7th.
Make it May 6th.
That'll be a Tuesday.
I know, but May 7th, bro. I'm gonna be busy, my brother. Like,
You trying to do it right after Cinco de Mayo. I might be drunk, bro. Like you
I mean, May 7th, bro. May 8th, my birthday. May 7th, I got stuff I'm doing, and then I gotta make sure I'm prepared, and then got my birthday, and then I'll be gone for a few days. So it gotta be the 7th, bro. It gotta be not a 6th. It gotta be the 6th.
all right, how about this? How about this? Since we got a lot going on that week, May 6th will be a combo episode. It'll be our regular episode plus our music episode.
All right, we can do that.
We just gonna do it like that, just
Go
to.
put it in half. We can do that.
If you've been asking about Music Wednesdays, coming on the show talking about music, get your request in now if you want to be on.
I already got one request. So
I have somebody that I want to bring on the show as well. But if you want to be on the show, May 6th is the date of the first. We bringing back Music Wednesdays. May 6th. It's not a Wednesday, but just for that week, we starting it back up. So May 6th, if you want to be on the music show, we gonna talk music. Let us know. We'll get you on the show. We gonna allow you to get your opinions off. We ain't gonna judge you. We might criticize it, but we ain't gonna judge you for it.
We ain't gonna say nothing.
But if you come on here talking nonsense,
we gonna put you in your place. Simple.
So if you come on here talking about like Louisiana ain't never had no good music.
Hey, man, look. We not doing it, bro.
we gonna if you come on here talking about currency ain't good and all this, like we gonna have to.
We gonna boot you out, bro. Simple.
We're gonna literally have to kick you off the show. Like we can't have you staying on if you talking nonsense.
Facts.
If you come on here talking about like Boss Man D-Lo can rap, then you gotta go. So you gotta get out. That's all I'm gonna say. But yeah, man, it is for the podcast. We appreciate the support, appreciate the love. Hope y'all enjoyed the show as much as we enjoyed bringing it to you. But for my brother Corey, this has been Mike. Y'all have a great rest of the week, man.
Yes, sir.